Happy Monday, everybody. We are back together here with another video. But if you are a part of the Walt Disney Company, it is definitely not a happy Monday, right?
No.
I actually talked about this on, I believe, the sports channel because ESPN is going to be having some massive layoffs starting next week. Not next week, but next month in April. This is going to be like the third big layoff over there. And there was talks about big names being laid off over there at ESPN, which is under the Walt Disney brand. But today, the heads started chopping across the broke Disney company. I guess we can call them that, huh? Broke Disney.
Yeah.
Because their entertainment stuff has definitely not been good at all.
Nope.
Man, they have fallen so much, the past years. I can't say one particular year, but it's tough times over there. Sorry that people are losing their jobs, but Disney is laying off 7,000 people. 7,000. Do you think that they actually grew too much? Because Disney was out there, they were like buying up everything. And now I believe they probably have bitten off a little bit more than they can actually chew. And now they're laying off 7,000 people.
Well, don't you think they want off the pie, but then, they end up losing it because of what they are putting out.
Yeah, they're focused more on diversity, equity, and inclusion instead of actually making money.
Yeah.
All these companies that focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion, they get woke and they go broke.
Yeah.
You remember the bank that flopped the other week?
Yeah.
It was a woke bank. It flopped because they weren't in the business of making money.
Okay.
So now they're out of business.
Yeah, and I think Disney depends on China too much.
A lot of these companies do. They depend on China, but China has told Disney to shove it quite a few times when it comes to their movies.
Yeah, and I want to add that it's on Bar. It's like Disney Park fall out of the top internet search for vacation destination.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no one is really looking at, Disney.
Yeah. Disney's best days are definitely behind them. This has to be the worst time ever for Disney. And I got to be honest, 7,000 jobs, that sounds like a lot, but the number of people Disney actually employs is way, 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 way higher than that. Since they're actually one of the biggest companies in the world, and they probably got like 50 companies under the Disney name. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many, but it's a lot. But look here. Disney layoffs hit TV production acquisitions departments. The first names of those impacted by staff cuts have emerged as CEO Bob Iger plans to eliminate 7,000 jobs company-wide. Now, it's supposed to save them something like $5.5 billion, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I will say this. Once they eliminate those 7,000 jobs, I wouldn't be surprised in the future if they laid off more.
Yeah.
Things are bad right now.
Well, not only in America, but around the
worldwide,
world. So I can imagine what happened. Like they already lay off job in America. The Disney, they already lay off job, in America. I wonder if they, lay off job in, around the world.
Well, I think right here with these jobs so far that they've let people go, it's some higher up people. And I believe it's mostly here in America. Look at this. Layoffs have begun in Disney's television division. So this is just the TV side.
Okay.
Which is definitely going to be here in America. Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that Monday's layoffs focus production and acquisitions. Among the notable staffers let go Monday are Jane Bieber, Senior VP Production at Freeform Onyx Collective, Mark Levinstein, Head of Production and Post-Production of Hulu. So he's gone. And Elizabeth Newman, Head of Disney's Acquisitions Department. Sources note Newman's entire acquisitions team has been dissolved. while Bieber and Levinstein's production teams will fold under Carol Turner, Executive VP Production at ABC Signature. That team will continue to report to Eric Scholzer, whom Dana Walton promoted last year to president of Disney Television Studios and Business Operations at Disney General Entertainment. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
And big heads have fallen. Wow. Disney details on the size of Monday's layoffs or what percentage of Disney's workforce were impacted were not immediately available, as additional TV side layoffs are expected to come by week's end. This is just the beginning, with the largest round coming in April. That's going to be like the ESPN side right there. A lot of people are going to lose their job over there at ESPN. Now, the Lucasfilm side, I'm wondering what's going to happen on the Lucasfilm side. Will Kathleen Kennedy have a job still? I don't think Bob Iger is going to fire her.
No,
I don't
because,
think so.
Feminism.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Well, you know what? This is what happens, man. I know this sounds redundant, but when you get woke, you go broke. It's just that simple, right?
Yeah, but it is the working class, who work for Disney are, suffering.
Well, it's not all the little man. These are big names here, too, they got to let go. These are the big names. And, of course, the people, one guy, his whole entire team is eliminated now. So that definitely has to hurt right there. But this is just tip of the iceberg here. As Disney CEO Bob Iger warned Monday, layoffs could be starting this week as part of a round of cuts that would eliminate a total of 7,000 staffers. In February, Iger said that Disney will trim 7,000 jobs as part of a streamlined restructuring that will focus on 3 divisions: Disney Entertainment, ESPN, and Parks, Experiences, and Products. That is the meat and potatoes right there. So, Entertainment, ESPN, and the Parks division. That's massive right there. The cuts, he said, are necessary for creating a more effective, coordinated, and streamlined approach to our businesses. Iger wrote in an internal memo Monday, added that senior leaders have been evaluating their operational needs since he announced the cuts. The third and final round of layoffs are expected to come before the start of the summer, Iger said. Yeah. This is big news right here. I've been a part of layoffs before. They're not fun. They're not fun at all. Corporate layoffs, that's the downside of working at corporate jobs.
Well, it's not fun, like if you have, on a job that is on contract, and then, it's not even
contractors that's a bit different. I worked contract before. Usually contractors are like the first ones to go.
Yeah.
When you're having layoffs. And that should be a telltale sign, because I remember when this oil and gas company I worked for, they eliminated the contractors, and then everybody kind of knew the writing was on the wall that something bigger was going to happen. And guess what? Half of the company got let go. It sucks. It sucks. But Disney, man, you would actually think, this company was kind of foolproof to actually to not fail, considering how long the company has been around. But they pretty much had their worst year ever. And they did it to themselves. Walt Disney right now is probably rolling over in his grave right now. Remember we did that video, Little Mermaid trailer? 1.3 million thumbs down. People hated it. Lightyear. People hated it. The stuff on Disney Plus. People hate it. They have gotten way away from what made them great. They're taking on these other IPs and they're doing destruction to them. Marvel had it all right at first in the 2000s and 2010s. Then all of a sudden, phase 4, they want to get woke and people hate the movies. Disney Star Wars been around for what? 11? It's been 11 years now. Can you believe that? George Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney in 2012. 11 years ago. Out of all the movies, I believe they had one good movie that people liked, and that was Rogue One. Did you like any of those sequel trilogy movies?
No.
Trash, and each one got worse. Each one got worse. Mandalorian is good. But this season, I don't know how to feel about this season. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not focused on the Mandalorian Din Djarin. So, boy, amazing. And just wait till next month. People at ESPN today are probably shaking right now. I know you're not a sports person, but you know some of the personalities over there.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how are they going to fix the job market? I mean,
well, first of all, they need to get back to what made Disney successful. If you're going to fail, go back to the beginning, see what actually worked. I believe Bob Iger needs to get rid of all of these woke executives over there. I mean, they did silly stuff. They got Disney parks. They got rid of boys and girls. Women, what did they say? Boys and girls everywhere. They got rid of that because they didn't want to offend trans people. I mean, simple stuff like that can actually piss off people that's been loyal. They've been saying that at Disney parks forever. Then all of a sudden they got woke and they got rid of it. You can't say boys and girls at Disney World anymore. How dumb is that?
yeah, Brenda.
Yes, completely stupid. But this is the hill that they want to die on right here. And of course, Bob Chapek, the old CEO, got fired. So I will say this. Bob Iger is probably going to sell off ESPN to somebody. I don't know who. You want to know the last time ESPN made any money for Disney? It's been well over like 10, 15 years.